everyone, it's Hexen back with part 2 of my manga shelf. I'm gonna try to record the video sideways with my phone just so that there's more to see, but it might make the video a little bit more shaky. So let's try to get into it, see if we can do this. First, I have Kiss of the Rose Princess, Volume 1 to 4. I've only read the first 3, but I do like it and I probably will be finishing this. I believe that there's 9? I'm not quite sure. Livingstone, 1 to 4, complete series. I haven't read it yet, but it's from the same people who did Dead Man Wonderland, so it's probably going to be really good. Love Stage, Volume 1 to 5. This started out like an actual story, and I thought it was going to be an actual story, and I thought I was going to like it, but it quickly went downhill, and I'm probably not going to be keeping these just because I like actual manga stories and not just yaoi fan service. Magi, Volume 1 to 4. I have not read all of these yet, and I'm very, very behind, but I'm gonna try to read these, make sure I like it before continuing. Mar, I actually just started thinking about getting these and I seen it in a secondhand shop, so I picked it up. Haven't read it yet, but I have flipped through the pages and I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this one quite a bit. Merman in My Tub, I just kind of picked it up on a whim and it turned out to be not bad, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting the next ones in the series. Monster Hunter Orange, I actually got these for free. I haven't started them yet, but they do look really good, and from what I can tell, they're difficult to find, so even though they're in kind of shitty quality from the library, they're pretty good. Monster Soul, Volume 1 to 2, complete series. Haven't started yet, but I will. My Little Monster, Volume 1 to 13, complete series. I have read them all, but it's just not my type of manga, so I may reread it just to kind of get used to it again, but I don't think this is one that is actually for me. Naruto, is one of those people that got really bad paper quality, Naruto, so I'm gonna probably restart getting these in single editions and then read them from that, but I have started reading this and I know that I'm gonna like it just because it just does seem very good. I have watched I have watched the very first season of the anime, so that's really not that much, but I normally like manga a lot better, so I have a feeling that I will probably get very into this. Negima, got the first 9 omnibus editions, and then the last in single editions up until 38, which is the complete series. I really hate that they had the omnibus and then the single editions. I think the only way I can get the single editions is getting them off of Amazon, so I may attempt to do that in the future just because I don't like having omnibus and then single editions of the exact same series unless I absolutely have to. And over here we have number 6, 1 to 9, the complete series. I have read them all. This is actually one of my favorite series that I will most likely be rereading again in the near future. Noragami, Stray God, Volume 1 to 4. I've only started this, but it does seem really good, and I probably will be continuing. Of the Red, the Light, and the Ayakashi, which is a very long name if you ask me. I only have Volume 1, and I've only kind of flipped through it. I've read Chapter 1. It does seem kind of interesting, so I'm going to finish reading I'm going to finish reading Volume 1. And then if I like it, I'm going to continue. One Punch Man, I had heard so much about it that as soon as I seen a volume in the store, I picked it up without actually looking at the number. So it's probably going to take me a while until I can actually read it. But from what I've heard, it is pretty good. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Orisama? Teacher? I probably butchered that, but I'll probably butcher a lot of things. Volume 1 to 4, I am not sure if that is complete. I don't think so. I haven't read it. I didn't even know anything about it until I seen it secondhand and was super cheap, so I figured first 4 volumes, might as well give it a shot. Pandora Hearts, volume 1 to 5. I've started reading this, but I stopped because I want to make sure I have it all before reading it, because from what I understand, there's a lot of stuff that you need to, like, reread and read all the way through in order to understand, and I kind of want to have the full effect when reading it, because it seems like it's going to be pretty good. Platinum End. The cover and the art in it look really awesome, and is from the same author who did Death Note, which I haven't read. I feel really bad for reading manga, not reading that, but that's how it is. I haven't read it yet, but I probably will be getting around to it very soon because it does seem really good. Ouran High School Host Club. The anime brings back a lot of memories for me, but I couldn't get used to the art of the manga. I couldn't even finish reading volume 1 just because I'm not one for those really big eyes. They look kind of... I can't take the character seriously at all, even though I guess it is supposed to be a comedy, but that's just not for me. I think I might be giving that to my friends. I'm not sure. Ranma Half. I only have the first 1 to 8. I have started reading this before in the past, so I know I'm going to like it. So I'm going to wait till I can get them all before reading it. Rave Master. As you can see, I'm missing a good chunk of them. But this is one that I've wanted to start collecting for quite a while. I haven't read it yet, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to like it. I've seen all these at a secondhand bookstore for... I mean, they're in pretty good condition considering they're Tokyo Pop. So I figured what better time to start than now. So I grabbed those, and I'm probably going to be attempting to get random ones here and there whenever I can from now on. Rust Blaster. It is a one-shot. I've read it, and it is actually pretty good for a one-shot, in my opinion anyways. Say I Love You, Volume 1 to 9. I am behind. It's still ongoing, as far as I believe. It's been a while since I read it, but I didn't find it too bad, but I didn't find it amazing. As you can tell, I didn't keep up with it. Seraph of the End, Volume 1 to 4. I've only ever watched the anime for it. I have looked through. I know I'm going to like the art, but I want to wait till I get more of the manga, because I want to be able to read further than the anime is, just because it seems like it just leaves off on too many cliffhangers for me. Servamp, Volume 1. I've only read the first chapter, but I did like it, and I probably will be getting the first few before I read, just because I like reading the first few volumes before deciding if I like something or not. Shugochara, Volume 1 to 12. Complete series. This is one where I watched the anime, and then that made me want to get the manga. I've started the manga, but I kind of got distracted with other ones, so I'm probably going to be coming back to that one eventually, but that's not a priority right now. I have all 5 of the Soul Eater Not series. I started it, but I didn't get to finish it. I did get kind of far in it, but I stopped to kind of read other manga, and then I have Volume 1 to 25, the complete series of Soul Eater. I'm gonna wait till I have time off and I'm really big into reading, because I'm just gonna read Soul Eater Not and then go right to Soul Eater. But as of right now, I have not read all of either one of them. Strike the Blood, another one I started, I got distracted, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking up more of this manga. Sorry, I got really shaky there. Sword Art Online, Fairy Dance. Everybody had been talking about Sword Art Online, and I seen a volume, so I just kind of picked it up, but I didn't realize that there was so much Sword Art Online, so I don't think I'm going to be continuing it just because that's not the first one. If you guys can tell me what the first one is, maybe I'll see if I'll like it, but I don't think that it is something for me. The Earl and the Fairy, Volume 1 to 4, that is the complete series. I've read it all, and I loved it. The Innocent, that's another single manga, one-shot, whatever you want to call them. It's actually pretty good. I've read it all, and I think I might actually read it again, because it is actually pretty interesting. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, I think that's how you said it. I'm not entirely sure. I started watching the anime. I haven't read the manga yet, but I think it might be one that I'm going to enjoy. Then there's Tokyo ESP Volume 1. Again, I read Chapter 1. It seems to be a little quick, but it does look like it'll get better. So I'm going to be probably picking up the next 1 or 2 volumes, reading those before deciding if I'm going to get all the other ones that are out. I do not know how you pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. There are only 4 in that series, so I may just pick up the last 2 and then read them, and if I don't like them, it's just 4, you know? But I might actually read Volume 1 just to make sure I don't waste more money. I'm pretty bad with money when it comes to manga, as you can probably tell by now. Wolf's Rain, Volume 1 and 2, that is a complete manga series. I believe that both the manga and the anime were based off of a book, but I don't think that was ever translated into English. And, from what I have seen of the anime, it looks like it went into much more detail than the manga did. Yokai Watch, Volume 1 to 2. I'm pretty sure there's more out, but I haven't read it, and I'm not going to grab more until I'm sure, because it does look kind of childish, and I don't know why I grabbed it. Yuna of the Dawn, Volume 1 and 2. I believe that there's a 3rd volume out, but I want to make sure that I read these 2 before continuing. Zero's Familiar. I didn't realize that those are both actually from 2 different series, so I'm going to be buying from both of them and then reading them, because I'm bad for that. Zombie Alone, Volume 1 to 13. Complete series. This is one that I'm going to have to try to reread again, just because the art isn't appealing to me, but the storyline seems so good, so I'm going to try again. 07 Ghost, that's how I say it anyways. Volume 1, I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm probably going to, because it does seem pretty interesting. And then I have Pokemon, Volume 1 to 14. And that is it for this shelf. I believe that I will only need one more part to the manga shelf, and then all my manga will be shown, and then I'll be able to go on and talk about other random things. So you guys stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.